Haston Smith wrote in and said, hello, boys. I'm a fiend for no ice to the annoyance of my wife. It all started with a rant from Colin years ago, and I've strayed from beverages with ice since. Colin, do you still participate in the no ice movement? And what do your sons think about this? Have a great day, or a good day, and keep up the great work. Thank you. I wanted to be clear about what you were saying here, Haston. Thank you for writing in. Dude, no ice for life. I just want to remind everyone, there's no reason to get ice in your drinks. Don't do it. It's the principle of displacement. I think wasn't it Aristotle that walked into the bathtub or whatever and noticed that the water rose? And so it built the principle of displacement, that a pool of volume can be increased by it. So think of that when you put the ice cube into your Coca-Cola. And I'll say this, I want to be clear because I think some people are confused. I don't drink warm Coke. I have Coke in the fridge, doesn't need ice. Coke from a fountain at a McDonald's or whatever doesn't need ice. It's already cold. Coke from the case at a Wawa, it's already cold. Or Sheetz, they're building Sheetz down the road. We're in like this Civil War area where like Sheetz and Wawa are going to be on the same street. I don't know how that's going to go.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's exciting. I like Sheetz. When I was in Pennsylvania for the last live show, I went to Sheetz with Ben and Dustin, and I got 2 rounds of cheeseburgers because I was like, I want cheeseburgers, and then I went back up and got more and ate more, and it was like in the middle of the night.
It's like 2 a.m. Yeah,
it was great. It was awesome.
That was fun.
I was hungry. So what were we talking about? What was the question? Oh yeah, no ice.
Ice.
Chris, you agree with this, don't you?
Yeah, I actually got into an argument with a friend of mine literally 2 days ago about this very thing, which is kind of very serendipitous. I don't, especially when you get it from, especially at like a restaurant, you know what I mean? Granted, like most restaurants do free refills, so it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, it's like, you have a glass full of ice to the point where the amount of soda that you're getting is like maybe less than half of the cup, and it's just a complete ripoff. You're never really sitting with a drink long enough for it to get hot enough for it to require ice. And if you are, that's your fault because it takes a while. It takes a while for a properly cold beverage to get fucking unbearably warm. Like, I don't know what you're doing at that point. And also, do you not have fridges? Do we not even like a large drink at like a Jack in the Box, which are hilariously big. They're very large, those drinks. You're not sitting with those so long that they become fucking coffee. Like, just finish your drink. I don't get it. I don't get the purpose of ice. Also, it waters everything down.
Exactly.
It sucks.
Why do you...
One thing I will say, that the cool cheat code that I did see a long time ago, and this is when I was like a young kid, when I thought ice was just kind of like a necessity for drinks, I would take the drink that my drink of choice, and then I would pour that drink into an ice tray, and I would freeze that drink, and then I would use ice made of the drink in the drink, so it would keep it cold for long periods of time while I was outside, and it wouldn't water it down.
You're like a mixologist. Look at you.
Damn.
Yeah, that was before the brain damage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's the watering down is a key component of it too, because I just don't think people are thinking it through. Why does ice keep your drink cold? Because it is melting in your drink. That is why. Why would you want a Coke that's already cold to have ice in it and then melt as it gets to room temperature, making it more watery? It's just nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense at all. I hate ice. I hate it. I like skating on ice. I love hockey. But I don't want to drink it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like ice in cocktails.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I get there's some places where it's like fine, but like I don't know. Generally speaking, ice. In fact, I hope all of the ice on the planet melts right now.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
At this very moment, instantly.
I wish Al Gore was right, and that all the ice caps would be gone. Let's move on. I don't have anything else to say about this. Dustin, you have anything else you want to say?
I have very complicated feelings that I just don't know. I somehow doubt it.
I just somehow doubt it's that complicated for you. But if that's the way you want to keep it, that's fine.
Well, fine then. You've invited the question, so here's the thing. Sometimes at a fountain, it is tuned to account for ice. Now, if I'm in control, maybe a tiny bit. This is maybe like a few cubes, just a little bit, because sometimes I like it cut just a little bit.
Wait a minute, let me stop
Now-
you here. I
What
want
are
to
you
stop you
talking
here.
about?
I got
What are
a
you
question.
talking about?
I got a question here. Are you using the autofill for the? Is that what you're talking about? It's calibrated
saying
for
if
that.
you go, I'm saying if you're at a restaurant or like a fast food place and you fill it yourself
Yeah.
at the fountain,
Yeah.
it is tuned to have more syrup to account for the ice.
Oh, is that true?
I don't think it's always true, but I find it
I
to
think you're
be
making that
often
up.
true.
I think you're making that up.
No, listen. Okay, if you go to a fast food restaurant, and it's not always this way. That's the thing is that I've had some where I'm like, this definitely. If I cracked open a can of Coke, this tastes stronger because I think it's meant to be dialed for ice. Does it make sense?
I understand what you're saying. I mean, because people say, I mean, there are like boutique Coke syrups for different restaurants too. So what you're saying is that, for instance, the Coke syrup at McDonald's is so beloved in part because it is combined with ice and is made to be that way. And
Yes.
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. At home though, I totally agree with you guys. No ice at all. I don't want to. Why? You just put it in the fridge, cool it down. Enough said about that.
Yeah, just put your shit in the fridge for God's sake. I'm just
Yeah.
sick of the nonsense. with
Animals.
this, you know, listen. The Europeans aren't right about almost anything. It's hard to even imagine anything that the Europeans get right. Go to a restaurant there, they're not giving you ice in your drinks. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, but that's kind of a byproduct of them just being selfish. That's not like, oh, we
shouldn't
think your drink
celebrate
is
it.
better. That's less about like, oh, we think your drink is better without ice. It's more like, no, that's our ice. We're not going to give you our ice. You have to pay extra for the ice. Like the person that I was arguing with was my British friend who was like, no, ice is great. I put ice in everything. I was like, you're crazy.
Because you always want what you can't have.
You're just watering everything down.
But don't you understand?
Yeah,
he
I
always
guess.
wants what he doesn't have or didn't have. He wants the grass is always greener for him. By the way, we make fun of Europe for no reason so much on this show that it's become like on Knockback. It's a tradition for me and Dagan to make fun of our dad ruthlessly on the show, so that when he's listening to it, it's like, oh, here's the top part of the show where we're making fun of dad. And for some reason, the Europeans just come on the show. They were really up in arms about the whole Queen Elizabeth thing and about Europe and Britain
And their nasty pudding.
and the pudding and all that. And I'm just like, guys, you know, I'm Don Draper in the elevator. I don't know what else to say. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it, but we'll see you next year. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much. I will see you next year, Europe. Okay. And so will these gentlemen as well. Where are we going to land?
Adversarial.
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be such an adversarial situation.
I can't wait. I'll tell you guys what I was going to do, and I'm not going to do it. I was going to dress in a colonial officer's outfit, and come out on stage, like in, you know, the blue coat and all that. But then it was brought up to me, and it is true that I would be kind of dressing as a soldier, which I'm not. You know, those are the first American Army soldiers. So
those are like really old soldiers, though. I mean, it's clearly like a costume at that point.
Yeah.
Like no modern. That's fine. You're not dressing as a soldier.
yeah, I can see. I could have dressed as like an aristocrat or something. Well, that wouldn't really make any sense. We didn't have aristocrats, but someone like a plantation owner. But I don't want to dress like them either.
Yeah, don't do that.
No,
yeah, maybe
no.
not. Maybe not the.
You know,
best
I'm
look.
just dressed like myself.
Yeah.
But we're going to see you, and much like D-Day, we're going to keep it a complete mystery for now about where we will land. And then you will have to, you'll come and you'll find out when the time comes.
You'll find out on the day.
We'll have like a phony army and a fake thing going on over here, and then we're going to have like a fake show over there, and then we're going to pop up in Paris. We're not going to pop up in France. I can guarantee you that.